Alright, so first and foremost, we want to give our praises to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Rakar Kodash, we see the apostles and others of great notes around the world, and salutations to the Akim, the pushing good on truth and to stay the in and the out, constantly in season and season, we say Shalom. Once again, going into the scriptures, just going into that topic, how the end is being made manifest. You see all these things happening and so forth. It's like a chain reaction, a wave. While everybody focusing on the coronavirus, there's also there were also like US shooting on planes and doing airstrikes in Baghdad and in the Middle East, right? So while everybody focused on that, you saw the bombing right now. And the thing is that you see all these things happening because the end is what being made manifest. All these things come into play, all these things happening, we see in the viruses, the plagues, the wars and so forth. And as the scriptures say, those were the signs that would happen, the things that would happen. And that is how we could say the end has been what made manifest through the signs, right? Because as I say, while everybody focusing on the corona, there's the American the Easydomites, they go in and bomb up they go and bomb up in the east, right? So all these things happening, all this stuff, we talking about martial law, state of emergency, right? We talk about the famine of food and all these things, right? So let's jump in the scripture. This is 2 Ezra chapter 9 verse 1. He say, He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So he said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, right? And how you measure it? By the signs. And that is what we see in the signs. We can't directly say, so come back here. Just saying, the end is being what made manifest through the signs and we've seen it. Wars, plagues, all these things, and these things we constantly speak about. Videos on the streets, we keep on telling people that. Right? So he answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So right? You see, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, and we see that. You're seeing uproars, you're seeing you're feeling earthquakes. You're seeing earthquakes all taking place in places that they never heard. 3 to 5 earthquakes a day. We had what? We had 4 earthquakes back to back, right? I'd say, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. And you're hearing people, even when this corona, and even way before certain things are here, you always see people talking about, we are the end, we are the end, the things the Bible talk about happening, even in their spirit they know, even in Jake's spirit they know that we are the end because of the things that happening, right? Scripture say the king and the people before, they wanted to see this, right? They wanted to see this. And I was saying about the uproars, right? Uproars of the people, right? They called state of emergency in like plenty places to shut down countries and from this, and that is all about order and chaos, right? So with the chaos, to just bring order. And you see the uproars, you were seeing people protesting. It had a university protesting. It had some other place where they was protesting to close on the borders and so forth. So you're seeing it, right? So you say, for like us, all that is made in the world had a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, right? So even when you look up that word manifest, Right? Let's get here quick. It say manifest means clear and obvious to the eye or mind. So that's like it say for like as all that is made in the world had a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. So the end is what being made what clear, being what made obvious. That is why plenty of the people are not even in the truth, but what they could say is that hey, we are the end, because you're seeing these signs these signs happen. You hear that. Even my grandmother's be saying that on a constant basis. She's always be saying, hey, you see what happening, and we are the end. This is the things that the scriptures talk about. Yeah, I know because I've been in the scriptures, But it's just to show you how the end is being what made what manifest. Clear, as I said, manifest means what? Clear or obvious to the eye or mind. So your eye, you're seeing it. You're seeing it clear as day. You're seeing that we at the end. You're seeing it happening. We don't know how long, because it have things to play out. It have prophecies to play out still, right? And the Lord works with time, right? So yeah. So it say clear or obvious to the eye or mind. It says show a quality or feeling by one's acts or appearance, right? That is something else. But the first meaning is straight to the point. Straight to the point, right? Straight to the point. Clear or obvious to the eye, you're seeing it, or mind, you're feeling it. In the mind and spirit, that yeah, we at the end. Even they know, even these tutors, even these people outside there, they know that we are the end, right? You say even so the time, and this is it, right? Verse 5 say, for like as all that is made in the world had a beginning and the end is manifest, even so the times also of the highest had plain beginnings in wonder and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. So as I was saying, it being made manifest, so they're seeing it, they're feeling it, and they say what and endings in effects and signs. So hey, how they know how even the 2/3 know that we are the end is because the effects, the signs, they're seeing it. They're seeing it right clear, as I say, make manifest obvious to them. They say even so times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonder and powerful works and endings in effects and signs. And you're seeing that, right? So you say, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed, faith and works. So that is why even with us, we faith is in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, we know we're going to be seen through this. You understand? Even if you're a parish, hey, we do what? We have faith in the Lord and we do our works. That way it don't matter what it is. We still continue doing what we have to do, right? Because hey, with faith, you're seeing it. So why lose faith now? Right? You see, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, or I have sanctified them from me from the beginning. Right? So that's going back up to verse 6, It say before I close off, it say even so the times also the highest have plain beginnings in wonder and powerful works and endings in effects and signs. So yeah, now you see that. Wars, plagues, all these things. You understand? And hey, it has so much articles that I read within a few hours. I'm not talking about a few days, and I'm talking just about a few hours, about an 8-hour period. So many articles, so many things about different stuff, about the corona, about US bombing, US doing bombings, uproars and so forth. Hey, and again, so the end is being made manifest, right? So that we give our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kodash. We see them the apostles and elders of great medicine and rural, and salutations to the Akim, pushing wood in all truth and the day in and day out, constantly we say Shalom.